We see LZGamer pulling back here. He does know about the impending force coming. So pulling back, trying to get up a bunker, and it looks like he's getting a planetary fortress as well. I wonder if this will finish before time pushes across the field. Looks like he's waiting for a few more Colossus, 2 more about to pop out, and also throwing down a number of supporting pylons, using all of his warp gate cooldowns as well, trying to support this army. See 3,800 to 2,800, so LZGamer investing a lot in the economy, in those SCVs, in command centers, very far behind in the army, a whole 30 food behind. We see the probe coming in here, so he's going to be able to see the spread of units. Also sees the planetary fortress as well as the bunker, and now we see time pushing out. Going to have to get down some good force fields here, trying to keep those Marines and Marauders in the back lines. We see a number of them aren't able to attack, and these Colossus doing a ton of damage with that range 9, able to take down this bunker, and no Colossus damage so far. LZGamer's going to want to try to stim up and pick off these Colossus. And we see that vVv time having his way with this army. LZGamer tricking him a little bit, retreating up this ramp, and now he's going to start melting these Colossus, taking down 3 of them very quickly. Just have out a number of siege tanks doing bonus damage against armored as well. But it looks like vVv time is able to clean up the units, and now trying to take on this planetary fortress. But the planetary fortress taking on all comers here, doing a little bit of damage against that Colossus, and LZGamer able to stim up, take down the Colossus. No more Colossi on the field for time, getting up a force field there, trying to pick off this tank. We see no siege mode yet for LZGamer. We see 2 Thor on the way, and more Colossus pouring out for time. We see 25 or 250mm strike cannons coming out for those Thors. So perhaps in response to those Colossus wanting to take them down in one shot, and now time doing a smart thing, just taking on this planetary fortress. I feel like he lost a few too many units trying to take it down early. Maybe mismicroed a little bit, and no reason to do this as he's going to be losing a lot of units. Trying to throw down this force field to keep the SCVs from repairing, but that's a lot of surface area on that planetary fortress to try to force field. We see more stim coming in from LZGamer, trying to melt those Colossus away, and he's able to take down 1 using the siege tank and the Thor. Very high HP units for the Terran player. And now time kind of licking his wounds, pulling back, able to do a little bit of damage to the army of LZGamer. But if we check out the income tab, 52 harvesters to 49, LZGamer will soon be up and running on all 3 of these bases, and time really needs to get up a third. Looks like he's going to skip the natural at his back door and go right for this gold. See these proxy pylons still in the center. LZGamer could perhaps push out with some sort of scout and maybe take those down. Really want to shorten the distance or make the distance a lot longer between you and your opponent and his reinforcing units. Looks like more and more Colossi coming out for time. He does have 5 right now. Still no upgrades, so 0-0-0 across the board. See, LZGamer does have Vikings out, so the correct response to those Colossi. Getting out the Thors as well with the 250mm strike cannon, and again that's going to do 500 damage over 6 seconds. So practically one-shotting these Colossus. In fact, they do with just the 350 HP and shields combined. So if you're able to get those off, it takes 6 seconds to fire all that damage away. But those Thors can start taking down those Colossus very easily, plus doing very high DPS, 2 attacks of 30. So very high single target. If we check out the army tab, it is 3,900 to 2,200, but again, the income tab, 2,000 compared to the 700, 800 minerals per minute. So time really needs to push out here and do something with this superior army because he's falling so far behind in the economy, and LZGamer is really going to be catching up here soon. Time getting up a double expansion, so trying a secret expansion at the southwest corner. LZGamer trying to get up another command center, so they're playing very macro heavy here. But I do have concerns. He does not have quite the army of his opponent. Time really needs to scout this and push out, start doing some damage to the small numbers of units of LZGamer. Again, this is not much. And he does not have siege mode with these tanks, so very interesting. He went for the 250mm strike cannons before siege mode and I guess never remembered about it. And he's got no siege mode on the way, a few more weapon upgrades, and now we see pushing out, trying to take down the destructible debris, but he's going to be in a bad position here. These Colossi are going to try to take on the Thors. Thors have no SCVs to protect them or to repair them, and it looks like the front 2 Thors are going to be going down. Vikings on the south trying to work on the Colossi, able to take them down a few at a time, stimming up with his Marines and Marauders, trying to retreat here. The Colossi are chasing them down, and now doubling back, trying to focus down the Colossi. Looks like all the Colossi are going to go down to the Vikings, the Marines, and the Marauders. but a lot of extra units for time. You concentrate on those colossi. They are like magnets for the Terran fire, but you just leave all the stalkers, the immortals, and the sentries up. If we check out the army tab, 3,000 to 900, and LZGamer is going to have some great repairs by these SCVs, but they were not able to get to that Thor in time. And now vVv time is going to be in the base of LZGamer, hoping to take down some important tech structures, trying to take down these units one at a time as they pop out, hoping to focus down this Thor. We see the SCVs surrounding the Thor, hoping to keep it alive, perhaps a hero Thor here to defend the base of the Terran player. We see time pushing in here, trying to focus down, not really sure. He needs to start focusing down some barracks, perhaps some SCVs, definitely the remaining units as they do pop out. This Thor doing its best to get some kills here, but taking focus fire from the Immortals, doing a lot of damage against the armored Thor, taken down. Not a very good surround by those SCVs on the Thor. Another Thor popping out. Now the SCVs engaging, hoping to take down that Immortal. All the shields are down on the Immortal, so taking full damage from those SCVs. And now we have retreating Stalkers from time. So he needs to keep reinforcing here. He is doing just that, attacking this planetary fortress. A little bit of a miss micro there. He needs to keep these forces together. He needs to get up into the base of LZGamer, start taking down the remaining defenses and the production buildings. See LZGamer rallying a number of SCVs around this Thor, hoping to keep it at the top of the ramp. The SCVs attack moving into the Colossus. The Colossus melting them away, and down goes this Thor to the focus fire of time. It looks like time going to be able to breach in here, try to take down the remaining few barracks and the factories. Doing a good job focusing down this tech lab. No more Thors after this one does pop out, taking down the reactors of the barracks. LZGamer does have plenty of income left, 600 minerals, 600 gas, but just not enough tech structures or not enough production buildings. Trying to focus down this last Colossus with the Vikings as they stream out, but the Stalkers focusing down those Vikings and the Thor eventually able to take down the Colossus, but the Immortals just ripping apart those armored Thors. And it looks like he's going to be in the mineral line trying to take down the SCVs. These Vikings have nothing to say about these Immortals and these Stalkers. So vVv supporting with more Zealots now and another Colossus, a few more Immortals as well. Needs to get all these units into the base of LZGamer, start doing a lot of damage to these barracks. And again, LZGamer just does not have many units or many buildings right now which can produce units. And we see the GG from LZGamer. Wow, so time able to come back. vVv Gaming down 3-2 there, but time able to knock off Axelav and knock off LZGamer, competing with the macro style of the Terran player, pushing out with a good timing attack. He saw his opponent was going for those backdoor rocks or going for those gold rocks, and he caught his opponent out of position with an inferior army, was able to cut it in half almost instantaneously, and then just keep the constant pressure on. Time very impressive in these last two games, taking down two very strong opponents. And vVv Gaming at the start, who thought they would have stood a chance against evil geniuses, e.g. a big powerhouse in the Starcraft 2 community, but they were taken down in 7 games here. Wow, really good games between all these players. We saw quite a good amount of, well, excellent play from all 4 of these players from both teams, but in the end, time was able to put vVv Gaming ahead, take the first clan war of this SCL Season 1, and they are now the champions. So who would have thought at the start of this one? I'll take a moment to catch my breath a little bit. As always, if you are looking for more StarCraft 2 action, check out my channel, Matron Starcraft at youtube.com. Leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, a subscription. Tell me what you thought of these games, what you thought of the cast, what sort of cast you want to see in the future. Very receptive to ideas and willing to do anything creative that you guys think would be fun to cast and fun to see in the StarCraft world. So thanks for watching this one. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.